Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hey, hi, hello. Okay, let's get started. I have already tried to film the intro for this like 5 times and then I had a little mini breakdown. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm just really feeling off about booktube. Not anything like outside, like it's just me, myself, and I. Like I kind of mentioned it briefly in my last video, which was, oh god, maybe 2 months ago now. I've just been feeling really weird about uploading. Every time I film anything, when I do have time to film anything, I either stop filming it halfway or I get halfway through editing and then I kind of hate it and I never end up uploading anything. So I almost gave up on this video, but I refuse to because I actually am really excited about the SMUTATHON, and which is what this video is about. Obviously you know that, you read the title. I'm very excited about it. I want to participate in it and I refuse to let myself give up. So I also vented a little bit on Instagram and it helped that I did get some messages being like, suck it up bitch, you can do it, basically. Nicer obviously, but you know, same sentiment. So I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna finish it, and I'm excited. So let's just get started. My TBR is very loose, very large, and in charge. If you are new to my channel, again, you might not know that I suck at TBRs. Like, so much. I never stick to them. I either don't do them because I feel pressured by my TBR, or I end up reading something completely different. What I figured I'd do today is kind of just get a pile of books that kind of match the challenges and do my best to read them, and you know, just so I have options, little things to pick at. And hopefully it'll work out better than it has in the past. Oh right, the SMUTATHON. If you don't even, sorry, I've done this intro like 5 times, I forget what I said and what I haven't yet. But yeah, the SMUTATHON is essentially a smut themed readathon that takes place, well, that is going to take place from June 3rd to June 9th, I believe, this entire upcoming week. I'm filming this on Sunday, it's June 2nd right now, so it officially starts tomorrow. And it was started by Lainey and Riley. I will have both of their channels linked wherever it is, I forgot. This year they decided to do a bit of a bingo as opposed to just like typical challenges. Unfortunately, all of the books that I have picked, even the ones that are like potential double up for challenges, none of them complete a bingo. Like, I'm missing one out of everything. I'm missing a forbidden romance to complete 1 bingo, actually 2. I'm missing Out of My Comfort Zone to complete that line. Host's favorite, actually. Bad boy or bad girl to complete that one. Again, I'm keeping my options open. If I find something else in the week, then I'll do it, and if not, then I still will try to read as many smutty books as I can during the week and vlog about it. I do want to vlog about it. I'll try to vlog. Anyway, without further ado, let's just do the thing. First book that I have that I want to talk about is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This is a book that I actually already started, haven't gone very far into it yet because I don't really have time to physically read books anymore, to the point where I have just carried this around in my backpack the entire week and I haven't even touched it. So that's where my life is at the moment, but I am very excited for it. I have heard amazing things about it. I honestly though, I didn't even know that it was smutty. I don't know why it didn't click in my brain that it was gonna be smutty. I think I just, for some reason, saw it as a YA book, even though it clearly isn't. Like, it's a new adult book. This is gonna be my book for the LGBTQ plus challenge because it does feature a romance between these two. So this is Alex Claremont Diaz, who is kind of the first son of the first woman president of the United States of America. Isn't that nice? And his enemy, who is Prince Henry of the UK, they kind of have a bit of a PR situation in which they are forced to be friends for PR sakes, and then of course they end up falling in love, yada yada yada. You guys know I love hate to love romances. I love hate to love romances so much, and yeah, this one definitely falls in that category, so I'm very excited to I was gonna say to read it. I technically already started, but I'm finishing it. I guess this qualifies for like enemies to lovers as well, by the way, so that's an option for that as well, although I do have another one for enemies to lovers, because like I said, that's one of my favorite tropes. I just love it so much. Okay, I'm gonna do this one, which is A Princess in Theory by Alyssa Cole. This is one, again, super excited about it. I've heard amazing things. This one, I'm using it for the Author of Color challenge, as well as from Different Worlds, because this is a romance between a grad student who's kind of like juggling multiple jobs, trying to stay ahead, and she repeatedly keeps getting these emails about her being the fiance to an African prince, which, you know, sounds very spammy. So obviously she never believes it. She never thinks it's true. She thinks it's a scam. Kind of doesn't really follow through with any of it until at one point, I think, the actual African prince shows up. He does keep his identity a secret though, I think, from my understanding. And when I read that part, it really reminded me, I don't know if any of you guys ever saw the movie The Prince and Me. It was, oh my god, I love that movie so much. I feel like it's a little similar, not exactly the same obviously, but I do feel like it has those kind of vibes, and anything like that I feel like I'm gonna love. These next set of books, as I was kind of scouring my collection looking for smutty books outside of like historical romance, which we will get to my historical romance collection in a little bit, the smutty books that I have not read are all Christina Lauren's books. I actually am not sure if all of these are smutty. I feel like autobiography might not be. Let me know if it is or not, but I know these for sure are. 99.9% sure. So I figured I might as well take this opportunity to finally read 1 or 2 or 4 of them. We'll see how it goes. The challenges that these happen to fit in. Beautiful Bastard, I'm using it for an enemies to lovers kind of situation, because I think that this, oh wait, is this a bad boy? Does this count as bad boy? Because I feel like he's a little bit of a douche. At least from like the synopsis that I've seen. He's kind of like a power businessman who's a bit of a dick, and he is like the boss of the main character who is an assistant, and they have like a forbidden office romance. Oh, maybe this counts as a forbidden romance too. Cool. I have options with this one. Then next I have Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, which this one I am using it for friends to lovers, because this one is about 2 friends who kind of met in college, I believe, and the girl, her name is Hazel, obviously. She's kind of a mess and ends up throwing up on Josh or something. And oh, she told him that she would be honored to give you sex tonight. So, start of a beautiful friendship. Eventually they kind of grow up together, but in different relationships. They never get together, and at some point they end up kind of setting each other up on dates that just end up going horribly, and obviously I'm assuming that they're just kind of meant to be, but they just keep putting it off. So next up is Roomies, which this is the only book where I'm kind of like a little iffy about, because it is, again, fake dating. So, well, technically fake marriage for this one, because it involves a green card marriage. It's one of those things. It's kind of like The Proposal. I fucking love that movie to like my core. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, but every time I always have that like little voice in the back of my mind where I'm like, oh yeah, well, you know, green card marriages are fun and quirky when it's not like someone from Latin America or like a third world country, sure. You know, kind of that feeling. So that's kind of what I have with this one. It's one of those things that you kind of pick up on. But it has fake dating. They obviously have to live together. She's kind of secretly in love with him, like right from the beginning. And I guess he kind of has to grow to love her. I don't know. I just love fake relationships, particularly ones where they're kind of forced to live together. It's one of the, like, oh my god. Were you guys ever into like Korean dramas when that was like the main plot? It was like, you know, because Korean dramas have trends, right? And that was like the trend of the time. I think it was around the time when I first got into Korean dramas, like the fake dating, like living together situations happen a lot, like Full House. That was one of my favorites. Oh, it's such a good trope. I just love it so much. And yeah, I feel like that has this. So that's the reason why I'm excited about it. Other than like, you know, the green card marriage giving me like kind of a vibes. I'm excited for it. Next, we have the new novel, their new novel, which I just got my hands on a little while ago, and it is The Honeymooners. The UNHONEYMOONERS, my bad. I'm using this one for the vacation romance because this is about, what is it? I think it's the best man and the best women, the best woman, what's it called? The bridesmaid? Maid of honor. There you go. I think it is. I keep saying best woman. I'm pretty sure it's the maid of honor and the best man end up going to the honeymoon because everybody else in the wedding party gets food poisoning, and they don't want to let the honeymoon go to waste, so they end up, you know, going together, and they kind of hate each other, but you know, obviously that's not gonna last. We know that. Was originally intending to read their books in chronological order because that's typically how I like to read books whenever I start a new author, but something about this is calling me, so I may end up reading this one first. I don't know. Is it crazy? Maybe, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then I have The Proposal by Jasmine, Guillory. If you saw my romance for beginners video, that was like a video where I recommended romance novels for, you know, new romance readers, from like a fellow new romance reader, because at the time I had just started reading romance. Look at me now, a few months ahead, it's basically all I read. The first book, I really loved it. It was The Wedding Date. It had, again, fake dating, super cute, and I have not managed to read this, and this book has been out for a while. I pre-ordered it and I still have not read it yet, so it's time. I'm very excited. I loved Carlos in the first book. I think it's like a fake dating situation. I could also use this for an author of color. Maybe finish a book in a day. I think I could definitely finish this book in a day if I just listen to the audiobook. And is that it? No, I have an audiobook. Okay, so last but not least, I have Runaway Girl by Tessa Bailey. I finished Getaway Girl by Tessa Bailey. I kind of just borrowed it from the library. I was feeling pretty anxious that day. Super fun. I just really needed to have something to kind of listen to and play in the background, and that one was one of the first books that was available on Overdrive. It had really good reviews and I listened to it and I actually really enjoyed it. I will say it was a little more explicit than I'm used to, even with all the historical romance that I have been reading. The dirty talk in particular made me cringe a little bit. However, I am a sucker for a good friends to lovers romance, which this one was definitely the case. I love watching a relationship grow from like kind of learning to trust each other as friends to eventually developing something more, and this one was so good at that, like so good at that. I love the development of the relationship, and this second book follows one of the minor characters in the first book and kind of her journey that's kind of happening separately but also kind of at the same time as the main relationship in the first book. I think that one I'm definitely going to be able to finish in a day. And then because like I said, I do want to have options. I don't want to have like a completely set TBR. I do have my little roller, what's that called, like my roller shelf thing full of historical romance, so I'm definitely gonna have options with that. I'll kind of sneak a little clip in here so you guys can have an idea. I have read a good chunk of them, I think. No, not really actually. I've read less than half of those, so I do have a little bit of option when it comes to that. Like I said, I really love listening to historical romance when I'm at work because I feel like it doesn't require a lot of concentration and it helps me with my anxiety. I like having it in the background, and even if I do zone out and have to concentrate on, like, you know, doing my actual job, I don't necessarily have to like be paying attention. I kind of zone in and out and still get what's going on in the story, which is the reason why I really love listening to historical romance. And yeah, anyway, so I have those. Yeah, like I said, I am going to be vlogging this, so I don't know if I'm going to do like daily, no, I'm definitely not going to do daily vlogs. I'm not going to be able to do it. I don't get out of work until pretty late, so I'm probably going to save everything for like a pretty long end of the week vlog. But if you want to follow me for updates on Instagram, I will try to do those during the week. And other than that, I think that is it, guys. I'm sorry if this video was all over the place. Like I said, I think because I filmed the first part of this so many times. I kind of got lost in my head and I forgot what I said and what I repeated and what I didn't. So sorry if it's all over the place. I am, you know, it's been a while since I filmed and I've been feeling kind of iffy about it. If you guys still want to participate in the readathon, it's not too late. I will have all the information linked down below. Also, if you have any recommendations, please let me know, because like I said, I hardly ever actually stick to my TBRs, so I like to have options in case that I don't I'm not able to listen to these books, or maybe I can't get my hands on all of the audiobooks, because I do think that some of these don't have audiobooks, at least not available to me from my library. So if you guys have any more recommendations, please let me know, and maybe I will switch out a few of them for them. So but yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I really appreciate you guys watching, and that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.